Question: are you a directed specific or a wandering generality? Which do you feel is living a more effective life? This video is a free example of what you will receive in my free 30-day class. Only free for the first 12 people who let me know they want a more effective life. My free 30-day class is called Ants to Ints. I know you have no idea what that is. Really pretty simple. Ants are automatic negative thoughts. Ints are effective new thoughts. My class will help you switch yours free. The information provided here are from the notes I took from a presentation by Kenrick Cleveland about the 5 pillars of persuasion. I highly recommend you check him out and buy his stuff. The purpose of this video is twofold: to share with you the life-changing information about the 5 pillars of persuasion. The second purpose is to show you the presentation of this information in a dual-coded format that enhances your memory and comprehension. Just watch and listen. Why dual code? What will that do for me, effectiveness activator, you might be asking? Great question. Here is your answer. Just so happens when we involve 2 senses in the learning process, our brain engages more. The brain is more stimulated using 2 senses instead of 1. Therefore, more memory retention and comprehension. Actually, drastic enhancement. According to the dual coding research I looked into, the numbers break down like this. Listening, we retain 10%. Reading, we retain 25%. Dual coding, we retain up to 68%. Alan Pavio, listening and reading at the same time. So in your pursuit of directed specific mastery, can you see how dual coding these 5 pillars of persuasion in your mind benefits you? Greatly benefits you? Up to 68% benefits you? How about anything else in your life you are looking to have breakthroughs in? Can you see where dual coding can help? Just watch this video 21 days in a row, twice a day, morning and night, and you will experience the results. There is no substitute yet for repetition. I just want to share the experience of seeing and hearing at the same time and what that does for your memory and comprehension. Then you will know the value of dual coding for yourself. Okay, let's get busy. The 5 pillars of persuasion dual coded style. 1. Intention. 2. Rapport. 3. Criteria. 4. Language patterns. 5. Storytelling. 1. Intention is the rudder to your ship. Intention is a person's specific purpose in performing an action or series of actions the end or goal is aimed at. What you have right now is the result of the effective use of your unconscious mind and your intention. The benefit of watching and listening to this video for 21 days will be more of what you have clearly defined and intend to receive. As a part of my free 30-day class, I will prepare for you a dual coding video of your intentions. First task in our class will be for you to send me 3 to 5 of your dearest intentions, goals if you will, and I will create a dual coding video for you to study with. The importance of clearly stating your intention will only be yours if you keep your word. It teaches your unconscious mind you mean what you say. If you mastered the art of intention, would you move yourself closer to being a directed specific or a wandering generality? 2. Rapport, the grease that makes things run smoothly. Rapport is when people feel that they are in sync or on the same wavelength with another person. It is because they feel similar or relate well to each other. This word rapport stems from the old French verb rapporter. It means literally to carry something back, and in the sense of how people relate to each other means that when one person sends out, the other person sends back. Rapport begins with like. Start with liking others. You go first. What you give, you receive. When they move, you move. Consciously enter rapport. Start with your intention, blend into rapport. Now your conscious and unconscious mind are working together. If you mastered the art of rapport, would you move yourself closer to being a directed specific or a wandering generality? 3. Criteria, a standard on which a judgment or decision may be based. Criteria is the target and starts with finding out what they want. So ask them, what do you want? Simple enough. Then follow that up with, what is it about that is important to you? People are criteria-seeking machines. As a persuasive person, ask questions to uncover their criteria and give it to them. If you mastered the art of criteria, would you move yourself closer to being a directed specific or a wandering generality? 4. Language patterns, the arrows to shoot at the target, their criteria. Language patterns are spoken phrases that can act as triggers to the people who hear them. All language is made up of presuppositions. What if you could line up your language in a way that your core message is presupposed by the person you're speaking with? What if you could drop that language into the subconscious mind of that person? Maybe a definition of presuppositions will help you understand clearer. Presuppositions are implicit assumptions about the world or background belief relating to an utterance whose truth is taken for granted. With this definition of presuppositions, can you see how relating to others with bunches and bunches of presuppositions makes sense? You are consistently communicating with already agreed upon ideas or concepts. We are creatures of habit, and you are communicating in a way that allows them to see you as a person they continuously agree with. Example, you speak with hands, presupposes hands exist, and you both know that. They think to themselves, this person really gets it. Make sense? If you mastered the art of language patterns, would you move yourself closer to being a directed specific or a wandering generality? 5. Storytelling. Stories are the ultimate delivery mechanism. Stories express your genuine interest. Use stories to make your points. What do the points of your presentation presuppose? Stories help make those points very clear. Here's an example of a great story. Once upon a time, there was a wise man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began his work. One day, as he was walking along the shore, he looked down the beach and saw a human figure moving like a dancer. He smiled to himself at the thought of someone who would dance to the day. and so he walked faster to catch up. As he got closer, he noticed that the figure was that of a young man, and what he was doing was not dancing at all. The young man was reaching down to the shore, picking up small objects and throwing them into the ocean. He came closer still and called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is you are doing?" The young man paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." "I must ask then, why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" asked the somewhat startled wise man. To this the young man replied, "The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." Upon hearing this, the wise men commented, "But young man, do you not realize there are miles and miles of beach and there are starfish all along every mile? You can't possibly make a difference." At this, the young man bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it into the ocean. As it met the water, he said, "It made a difference to that one." Yeah, stories are cool, right? Did you feel that right in your heart like I did? Can you see how telling stories is the most effective way to make your points? You could become a well-paid storyteller. If you mastered the art of storytelling, would you move yourself closer to being a directed specific or a wandering generality? Let's recap. We started with this question. Are you a directed specific or a wandering generality? Now that we have briefly gone over the 5 pillars of persuasion, can you see how incorporating them into your life can assist you in getting more of what you really desire most? If yes, then do this. The how-to is very, very simple. Watch this video once in the morning and once at night for 21 days. 21 days grooves a new habit into your gray matter. That is all it takes. If you prefer a shorter version of this video, just info about the 5 pillars without explanations, just let me know. I will create a dual-coded video of just the 5 pillars you can watch and hear at the same time to enhance your memory and comprehension of just them. In case you are the type of person who really loves proof and dual coding is not one of your presuppositions, I invite you to learn about the body of work by Alan Pavio. If you prefer researching to prove this technique to yourself over simply doing, research away. For further investigation, information, applications to enhance and activate your effectiveness, I invite you to enroll for free in my 30-day in-home, at-home, in your PJs if you so choose, turning ants into ints class. Class comes complete with 11 other people doing what you're doing, an int buddy to help keep you on target, a workbook, 2 webinars, videos, and access to my blog to interact with one another if anyone chooses to. All free, but only for the first 12 who stand up and say, "Yes, I want to be a directed specific, and I want to be a part of your free class, Effectiveness Activator." All you have to do is email me at effectivenessactivator@gmail.com. Just let me know you would like to be a part of my class of 12 who have decided the days of being wandering generalities are over for them. Don't you want to be a directed specific? Till then, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of His hand. Irish Blessings. SPEA, effectivenessactivator@gmail.com.